Inzwischen praktizieren rund 5 Millionen Deutsche regelmäßig Yoga. 75% wollen damit vor allem das körperliche Befinden verbessern. Für 64% ist das seelische Gleichgewicht der Hauptgrund, damit anzufangen.
And I had about 400 students who considered me their guru, and I was running a yoga ashram in Tampa, Florida. So I was very focused, intensely focused. The word guru comes from two words that mean one who brings you from darkness into light. And the word guru simply means teacher. When I was a quote-unquote guru, I had not yet entered into the light myself, and so I couldn't draw others into the light. I experienced what seemed to be light. I had many out-of-body experiences during meditation. They call it astral projection. But I had the strong impression of my soul actually leaving my body and being in what they call an astral realm or a spiritual realm. And then I had an experience of white light. But once I had the experience of God, all of those experiences paled in comparison, and I realized that they were counterfeit experiences and not the real experience of the true and the living God. The guru I studied under taught us that in every human being is something called the Kundalini. The Kundalini is also referred to as the serpent power, because what is taught in Hinduism and what is promoted by the gurus and swamis that come over in the Western world is the idea that there is a coiled, latent, dormant energy at the base of the spine, which is that spark of divinity supposedly within every human being, that through meditation is unleashed, and like a serpent striking, it strikes the third eye, and that's when a person achieves God consciousness. When I was a student of yoga, my whole focus through meditation, through yoga, through various disciplines, was to hopefully awaken the Kundalini to achieve God consciousness. Some of the gurus I studied under, that it's a very dangerous thing to do prematurely. That if you awaken the Kundalini prematurely, it can cause insanity, it can cause experiences with demonic-like creatures, and it can cause very dark occultic powers. Now, after I became a Christian, I realized something, that there is no account in the Bible of the Spirit of God moving on anyone to their detriment. No one had an experience with God that caused them to go insane. What is this Kundalini power? Now, I will clearly define it as demonic intrusion of a person's life, falsifying an experience of God, because the Bible says Satan can appear as an angel of light. This is a personal account of the supposed awakening of the Kundalini by a very popular guru. He encountered a naked ascetic. An ascetic is like a wandering sadhu, a person who completely denies himself, and all he does is seek after ultimate reality. And Swami Muktananda encountered a naked ascetic who was blissfully meditating on top of a pile of human excreta. Now, why would anybody sit on a manure pile to meditate? Because it was part of his way, and there's a logical reason for it. It was part of his way of overcoming the delusion of the physical world, because everything is an expression of God, even the excreta. And so that would be one of the reasons he would do that. But anyway, this Hindu ascetic was meditating on top of a pile of human excreta, and he invited the man who would later be known as Swami Muktananda to come and sit on his lap and lick his head. And the ascetic then proceeded to initiate Muktananda into Kundalini Yoga. Later that day, Muktananda explained, "My mind seemed deluded. I felt I would soon become insane. My entire body started aching. The tongue began to move down the throat, and all attempts to pull it out failed. My fear grew. I felt a severe pain in the knot below the navel. I tried to shout but could not even articulate. Next, I saw ugly and dreadful demon-like figures, and I thought them to be evil spirits. Suddenly, I saw a large ball of light approaching me from the front. It merged into my head, and I was terrified by the powerfully dazzling light." An encounter with God? No.